Hello and welcome back to my channel, Lady T. My name is Nathalie and we are continuing with Professor Layton and the Lost Future. This time we don't have to start a new game because this time I recorded the last episode. The story so far. The giant clock lurches to life and Layton and Luke find themselves in a London that they don't recognize. But they do know that it's London without anyone having to tell them. To acquaint themselves with their new unfamiliar surroundings, they set out to investigate the area. Oh, well, that's it. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we have some journals. A letter arrived for me today. Curiously, the postmark is dated 10 years from now, and it was sent by someone who claims to be Luke, living in the London of the future. This puzzling letter has naturally piqued my curiosity, and I have decided to head for the clock shop it mentions, on Midland Road. Casting my mind back to the accident that occurred during the time machine presentation, I can't help but think that there must be some connection between those events and this letter. I hope we can find some clues at the clock shop that will help us make sense of all this. The clock shop was hidden away at the unfashionable end of Midland Road, and awaiting us there was a simply monstrous timepiece. The old lady in the shop doesn't seem to know anything about the letter we received, so I suppose all we can do is wait for her husband to return. After talking to Kalk, the owner of the clock shop, it seems the letter writer wanted us to see the big clock in action. It certainly is an impressive piece of machinery, and probably a vintage model. I was even asked to help repair it. Quite a challenge for an amateur such as myself. Just as Kalk got the big clock working again, the entire building started shaking. When Luke and I rushed outside to investigate, it was as though we had come out in a completely different city. The door to the clock shop has been locked, however, so there's no way of going back inside to find out what has really happened. Well, we can, by going around the city and just exploring a little stuff, you know? There we go. Hello, good sir. Watch your step, fellas. Building sites are dangerous places, you know. My goodness, you certainly do work quickly. I didn't notice any construction work when we passed through this area. When did you start working here? Now that's a good question. It's been about a year now, I'd say. We're a bit short-handed, you see, so we ain't making much progress. A year? You've got to be joking. Curious. I'm positive there was no construction taking place at all when we walked by a while ago. No construction at all? Look, mate, I know progress ain't been speedy, but I'm doing the best I can, alright? So if you're just here to have a dig at me, you can clear off right now. I'm busy. I'm sure you're right, Professor. They weren't building anything here before. But I think the buildings were also taller because it was a lot darker in here. I know London like the back of my hand, and yet this area feels quite foreign to me. How odd. Yeah, there was a little archway over here. Oh, sorry. I can't believe I'm seeing this. Are you... No, it can't be. I'm sorry, have we met? Phew, I thought I was in big trouble when I clocked that head of yours, I tell ya. But it seems you ain't who I thought you were, so we ain't got nothing to talk about. Get lost. Interesting. Do we want to know what's going on? Hey, look, Professor. This door is unlocked. Interesting. What say we duck in for a moment, eh, Luke? Well, yeah, sure. Oh, hi. You're fine over there, buddy. My dog wants to be a part of this episode as well, apparently. Welcome, gentlemen. Please make yourself at oh my, that head of yours. Good day, ma'am. What a charming cafe you have here. Has it been open long? Well, I've only been running the place for 2 or 3 years myself. But the cafe itself has been around much longer. Over 50 years, some say. I see. By the way, I saw you were closed when I passed by earlier. I suppose you only open in the evening? Closed? Oh no, not here. I open this place up bright and early every day. It doesn't really get busy until later on, mind, but that's the industry for you. Oh, and since you seem like a nice enough chap, let me give you a little tip. Lose the hat. My hat? Why would I do that? I won't go into details, but let's just say a hat like that could get you in trouble around here. That's interesting. Ah, hello there, lad. Mallow, don't talk to him, Luke. Come here. What can I do for you? Well, never mind. It's nothing really. Oh, don't run away. It gets ever so lonely around here with no one to talk to. Oh, that's terrible. You're a good lad. Not many youngsters would stop to listen to an old man's problems. Here's a little something for your kindness. Huh? A little puzzle. Daydreaming. Even though we're constantly passing through time, it can sometimes be difficult to think about the way time flows. If yesterday's day after tomorrow is Sunday, what day is tomorrow's day before... Oh, fuck me. Okay. If yesterday's day after tomorrow... If yesterday's day after... Oh, fuck. My brain isn't awake enough for this. If yesterday's day after tomorrow is Sunday... Okay, so yesterday's day. My brain is not awake enough for this. If yesterday's day after tomorrow is Sunday. Yesterday's day after tomorrow. So... What? I would say then, like, if yesterday's day after tomorrow is Sunday, so then the first would be Friday, what they're talking about. What day is tomorrow's day? Okay, but what day are we on now? Before, yeah, so are we talking about Thursday then? Okay, wait, let's just say Friday. I'm having a headache, man. Like, just say what you want. Well, at least we got it. It is. Wow, Friday is the correct answer. It's easy to work out if you break it. It really isn't, buddy. 2 days after yesterday is Sunday. 2 days after yesterday. Fuck me, man. So tomorrow must be Sunday. That means today is Saturday. 2 days... No, I'm sorry. This doesn't make any sense. Well, aren't you bright as a button? A nice lad like you deserves a present. Here. Oh, what's this? A picture book. The very definition of fun. Fun! Oh, well, I'm a bit old for picture books, in case you hadn't noticed. Oh, yes, for normal picture books, but this one's special. Special! What's so special about... I think we're talking to Gollum. Open it and you'll see. Whole portions of the book are blank. Blank! Thanks. The picture book minigame has been added to the trunk. You got a picture book, the plum tree, and a boot, and an old man. I didn't know you could get old book or old man like this. Collect more stickers to restore missing parts of the story. And we'll do that once we have a few of them going. Always takes a while of these little mini games. There's something fishy about this area too. It looks completely different from before. Indeed, Luke, there's something going on here that I don't fully understand. Oh wait, I think I know what happened. We must have left the shop through a different door. We're probably taking a different route away from the shop. No, that can't be right. Think back to when we left the shop, Luke. We left through the same door that we used to enter. I'm absolutely certain of that. Yes, I suppose you're right, Professor. But what else could explain this change in scenery? Let's investigate the vicinity a bit more. Perhaps that will help us shed some light on things. I don't think they have the other Layton games on the Play Store yet. If they will ever come. Ah, what is it? I didn't do anything, I swear. I know nothing. Are you alright, sir? You're dripping with perspiration. May I suggest a calming cup of tea? Sorry about the sweat, sir. I'll make you tea right away. Crikey, he didn't leave in a hurry. Actually, you seem to be making a lot of people nervous around it, Professor. That would certainly appear to be the case, though I can't imagine why. Well, they told you literally that it's your head. My head in particular seems to be making many of the people we meet feel uncomfortable. I don't know why anyone would be afraid of you or your head. After all, it's not like you go around menacing people when I'm not there. Well, you don't know that. Frightened Londoners. Many people in this part of London seem to be afraid of Professor Layton. Why would ordinary people who have never met him fear the mild and gentlemanly Layton? It seems to be something to do with his head. It does, it does. There's no doubt we're still in London, but things have been very strange ever since we stepped out of the clock shop. Not only does gloomy old Midland Road look like a whole new place, it would also seem that my head is causing people some consternation. I feel as if we're wrapped up in some kind of illusion. What on earth is going on here? It's a good question. Fill in the missing elements of the story by placing stickers into each picture book. Touch place to display a bar containing all the stickers that you have collected for this book. Touch a sticker and slide it to the position of your choice to stick it on the page. To remove a sticker from the page, slide it back to the bar at the bottom of the screen. Touch remove to remove all stickers. Touch the arrows to go to different pages. The text on the top of the screen changes automatically to match the stickers you've placed. Try to create a story that makes sense by placing all the stickers in the correct positions. You'll collect more stickers as you play through the game and solve puzzles. Solve as many puzzles as you can and try to collect every sticker. Because something good will happen. There are a total of 3 picture books for you to complete. Each picture book has its own set of stickers which can only be used in that book. Complete the first picture book to unlock the second and complete the second to unlock the third. When you've successfully completed every picture book, something wonderful will happen. It always does. One morning I was strolling through a meadow. Okay, so we already have a few things here. We need a tree here. Underneath the plum tree. Right, that's what they wanted? Yeah, a plum tree. We have a man. A purple thing. Okay, so we have that now. Okay. We have some things at least inside of it now. Okay. Or do we want to go into the shop first? Probably. What happened to the bus stop? It's in ruins. I don't know, but I forgot about you. Hello? Where is Rimplebottom? That was the name of the lady, right? The witch. Hi? This place is a mess. That drippy flower has even got some kind of insect buzzing around it. Hold it right there, sonny boy. I wouldn't go bad-mouthing that blossom if I were you. Ah, there's someone lurking in the shadows. Hehehe, oh yes, wherever there are lost puzzles, there I am. Oh, it's you. Have we met before? No? Well then allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands the beautiful and clairvoyant Granny Riddleton. But beautiful? Well, do you look pretty for your age, I suppose? Luke! Watch your words, Luke. We don't want to offend the lady, do we? Have you ever noticed how many mysteries there are in the world? How many puzzles? She's unbothered. Love her. Puzzles that tease your brain. Puzzles that bend your mind. Puzzles that are just plain infuriating. Certainly. And what about the puzzles that you miss or leave unsolved? They've got to go somewhere, haven't they? Where do they go, you ask? Well, they come and stay with me. That's very good to know. Or I suppose I should say they used to come and stay with me. Things are about to change. Are they? You might not be able to tell from my looks, but I'm no spring chicken. Truth be told, I'm getting tired. Oh? I think it's time for me to retire from this puzzle-mining business. I've earned it. But you can't retire. You mustn't. Without you, what will happen to all the puzzles we leave behind? Are you saying that without me, you two would find yourselves in a pickle? A huge pickle. How about the debonair gentleman in the top hat? What do you think? I concur with my friend here. Hee. Yep, I thought you might say that. But don't fret, I'll make sure you're taken care of. How? Hee. You'll just have to wait and see for yourselves, laddies. Come back here when you've lost a few puzzles. It should all become clear then. Now I know we just met, but you'll have to excuse me. I'm going off on a well-deserved holiday. I may never see you again, so ta-ta and have a positively puzzly day. Puzzly day? What a strange conversation that was. Let's be sure to come back here later. Definitely. Though that thing that's flying around is giving me the heebie-jeebies. I wonder where Granny Riddleton is going on holiday. Well, I don't think we're going to be back here, because we're not going to leave puzzles behind. Of course. After talking to a few people around town, we made our way back to the bus stop, only to find that it has completely changed since we alighted here a short while ago. This seems to be somewhere quite different from the London we know. Could it be possible that we have travelled through time? Love that you're jumping to conclusions. Like, that's the most logical explanation, of course. The bus stop looks like it's about to collapse. Oh dear, it really is in quite a state of disrepair. But how can that be? It looked fine when we got here a little while ago. Oh look, there's a poster on the side of the bus stop. I'll go and see what it says. Well? I don't understand this at all. What do you mean, Luke? The poster says that this route has been discontinued. I don't doubt it, given the state of this bus stop. Yes, but here's the strange part. The date on this poster is 5 years in the future. What? Look, let me have a look at that. I just had a thought, Professor. Could we possibly have travelled to the future? We have certainly encountered much here to suggest we're no longer in the London we know. All the same, I believe it's rather early to jump to that conclusion, Luke. Let's do some more exploring and see what else we can find out. Oh, hi! Convenient. There's only one fellow who wears a top hat like that. You're Professor Layton, ain't ya? Indeed I am, sir. And who might you be? That ain't important right now. Here's what is important. This urgent letter I've got for you. Before I hand it over, though, I need to verify your identity. I've got a puzzle here tailor-made for that purpose, so get solving. So he recognizes us. Can you fit these 5 pieces together in the shape of Professor Layton's top hat without overlapping the pieces or leaving an empty space? You can flip and rotate the pieces in order to do it. Bold of you to assume I'm going to be able to do this. Oh. There we go. Look, this makes sense, right? Would be nice if you were flipped, though. And that's not going to do it either, so you don't belong there, is basically what we're saying. But it would make sense, the most sense if you were there. Oh, there we go. Maybe I should read the instructions sometimes. 1 of 2. No, that overlaps. Okay, but then the other one doesn't fit. I was trying to take you out, thank you. Okay, and then we do you, and then we put you in. We did it! Woo! Maybe you could do it the other way around then too, but... Fantastic! This puzzle is a variation on a traditional 10-gram. In Tangram puzzles, the same 7 pieces are combined to create various shapes. Maybe we should call this 5-piece version a Laytongram. Let's do that. You got a sticker for picture book 1, a plum. Alright, I'm convinced, Professor. Here's your letter. Interesting, though. Let's see what it says.
Professor, if you're reading this, it means you've made it safely to my time. I can hardly wait to see you again.
It reminds me... in the first episode, I told you, this voice reminds me of someone. I don't think it's that person, but I was just like, oh, it reminds me of Andrew Garfield. I don't think it's him, but it just clicked, sorry.
I wish to enlist your help in freeing this town from the tragedy that has befallen it. But first, I'm sure you'll want some proof that you're actually in the future. I've thought long and hard about the best way of convincing you. Make your way through town to the address below. What you find there is sure to quell any doubts. Room 312, Green Hospital, 123 Auckland Lane.
Well, that's original. All have 3, 1 and 2 in them. It seems the next destination has been decided for us. Let's pay this hospital a visit. Sounds good, Professor. But how do we get to Auckland Lane? It would be easy if the buses were running, but unfortunately that's not the case. Perhaps that lady over there knows of a different way to get around town. This young man sent Professor Layton a letter claiming to be Luke from the future. But how is that even possible? I am not sure, but we'll find out. I can scarcely believe it, but it really does seem that we have somehow ended up in a London 10 years in the future. Just as I was asking myself how such a thing could be possible, we received a second letter from future Luke, as though he were one step ahead of us. It says that the next clue awaits us in Green Hospital, Auckland Lane. Excuse me, we're trying to get to Auckland Lane, but the buses don't seem to go there anymore. Spot on, boyo. Them buses had already stopped running when I moved here 2 years ago. 2 years ago, but the poster says the buses won't stop running for another 5 years. What are you talking about? The poster is 5 years old. Some's not your strong spot, boyo. But that can't be right, unless... Luke, that's enough. I do apologize for my friend, madam. Don't you find the lack of buses in this area a bit of an inconvenience, though? No, not at all. If I need to take public transport, I hop on the train, don't I? There's a station on Flatstone Street, see? Tourist, is it? You should take your questions to the hotel on Southern Street. It's just down the road. They'll help you find where you need to go. Thank you for your assistance, ma'am. Tourists? Us? Huh. I was born and raised here. I've lived in London longer than she has. Now, Luke, there's no need to get all wound up. Let's find that hotel. I mean, I get being a little pissed. I'm late! Oof! Ow! I'm so sorry, miss. I didn't see you there. Are you alright? Ouch, I skinned my knee. But if you gave it a kiss, it would make it all better. Huh? Great, then pucker up. Kissy, kissy, kissy. Ugh. What? No! Stay back. Don't come any closer. Don't make me pull out my sword. Look, watch your tone. A gentleman mustn't forget his manners when conversing with a lady. Oh, your name's Fluke? What a charming name. So very whimsical. Alright, I have to go now, but let's rendezvous later, Dreamboat. I mean, the lady also has to behave, and she isn't doing that. Actually, miss, my name is Luke. Oh, she ran off. What an unusual young lady. That's a nice way of putting it, Professor. I mean, talking about the behind of a lady, that's what we do, isn't it, Layton? We have hint coin. Another one. Oh. And you. And then we talk to you. Hi there, we're looking for a hotel on Southern Street. Is it one of these buildings? Zzz, incorrect. Wait, we are on Southern Street here, aren't we? But the hotel is not here? Ding ding ding! You're in the neighborhood of correct it is. I can't make head nor tail of what this boy is saying, Professor. He's only trying to help, Luke. You just need to keep to very simple questions. Observe. Tell me, young man, is this Sylvan Street? Ding ding ding. Correct. And is there a hotel east of here? Ding ding ding. Correct again. Just look for the white building up ahead. Thank you. Alright, Luke, unless our friend here is mistaken, we need to head east to get to our destination. If you say so, Professor. He has a lot of trust in people. Hotel Duke, that's the name of this establishment. Okay, that was one. Hi. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You ain't trying to talk to me, are you? Well, are you? No, I'm terribly sorry. I was only... And you've got some brass neck wandering around in that hat. Yeah, brass neck but no brains. What's wrong with my hat? I ain't talking to you, sunshine. I'm talking about Matey in the top hat here. Me? Well, I don't see anything wrong with my hat either, sir. Listen to you with your I don't see anything wrong with my hat. It's time to teach you a lesson. Solve this puzzle. Follow the arrows. This puzzle is easy peasy. All you have to do is follow the arrows and move the 7 cards with numbers and symbols on them to the spaces below. Oh, one more thing. The equation has to work out, of course. Sure. Of course, because I'm great at puzzles. Just absolutely fantastic. Right, because it's not going to be just the one. Oh, my brain isn't burning. Okay, so it's a double number plus a single number. Do. Bow, bow. Oh wait, why can't we move you? How did we do that? Yeah. Okay, then it's going to be... Wait, because then we can use you as a minus, right? Okay, cool. So what would the answer be? Okay, so let's say that we can get to the highest. Let's start from there. And how would we get to 5? That would be 3 plus 4. Then you would first solve that, so then it's 7. And then you would do... No. Come on. Minus 2, and then it would make 5, right? Are we allowed to do that? Yay, we are!
Well, that's settled.
It is settled. That's right, the equation won't work out if you just put the cards in their places as they are. You have to rotate the number 1 90 degrees to make a minus sign. Well, someone's brighter than he looks. I'll let your friend off with a warning this time. But if he's still wearing that hat tomorrow, things will get ugly. And by things, I mean his face. Well, at least he doesn't think we're ugly now. Good day, young lady. Would you happen to know whether this establishment is a hotel? Well, hello there, gentlemen. If you're looking for a hotel, you've come to the right place. Hotel Duke is one of London's finest and most famous. Will you be doing us the honor of staying here? For a famous hotel, you keep an awfully low profile. This is the first I've heard of a Hotel Duke. Well, there's a simple explanation for that. The Hotel Duke caters for ladies and gentlemen of means and taste. I can't say we're as popular with the primary school crowd, little boy. Ho ho, a friend doesn't take kindly to you besmirching the good name of our hotel, Luke. Thank you for your help, young lady. Welcome to the Hotel Duke, one of London's finest and most renowned establishments. Oh, hello again. Tee-hee! I ran ahead and took the liberty of preparing a room for you. May I help you with your bags? Oh, that's very kind of you, but we only wanted to ask directions to the train station. Come along now, sirs. I take it you're here on holiday? Well, the Hotel Duke is centrally located, as you can see. Stay with us and you'll spend less time traveling and more time having fun in the city. Haha, you do make a compelling argument, young lady. Location is everything after all. We'll take that room, and directions to the train station as well, of course. Please, sir, none of that young lady stuff. Just call me Becky. Now, if I could just ask you to sign the hotel guest book. Professor, are we really going to stay here? Indeed we are. Somehow you and I have... Teddy, if you couldn't. Teddy. It's done. Thank you very much. Indeed we are. Somehow you and I have managed to get ourselves lost in an unfamiliar area. As Becky noted, having a central location to return to while we're here could prove very useful. It would. These flowers smell so good that I almost want to eat them. Well, they're probably potpourri, and then men eat them all the time. We can't ding. I wanted to ding, but we couldn't ding. Oh goodness me, hello there. You'll have to forgive me, I didn't even see you coming in. Welcome to the Hotel Duke, home of exemplary service and the world's best breakfast. I'm Margaret, the hotel manager. Please don't hesitate to ask should you need anything. Thanks, but what about lunch and dinner? Aren't those the world's best as well? Aha, it seems we have a little gourmand here. Well, rest easy, young man. For lunch we offer sandwiches made with freshly baked, pillowy soft bread. And if you're partial to a good roast, our beef with Yorkshire pudding is the best in London. You know, Professor, I've changed my mind. I quite like this place. Let's stay here. Hehe, our sandwiches do tend to have that effect on people. Now, if I could just... Oh dear. What's wrong? I've got 4 pens here, but only one of them has any ink in it. I don't suppose I could ask you to help me work out which one it is, could I? Well, you could just try them out on the paper. Only one of these 4 pens is actually usable. Use the following clues to find a usable pen. All 4 pens currently have the wrong color cap. Okay. With the caps arranged correctly, all pens will have one white part. The usable pen is to the left of the one that should have the green cap. Okay, so you are going over here. Over here. Wait, we can do that. You're going there. Of course, I have the wrong color cap. Okay. So the blues go over here. And the green has to go over there. The usable pen is to the left of the one that should have the green cap. So it's you.
This one's as good as solved.
Right? Yay! Look at us doing it. Incredible. You can use pen C. Once you pick them all up, however, it's easy to forget which one was usable. Aha, that's the one. Thank you ever so much. Now if you'd be so kind as to sign your name. Very well. You're all set now, Professor Layton. Oh, and you must be Luke. Becky will show you to your room. Okay, then I guess we are going up now. Hey, Becky. I'll be showing you to your room now, Professor Layton. My name is Becky. Please don't hesitate to ask me should you need anything. We know your name, Becky. You told us earlier, remember? My name is Luke, by the way. Oh, and there's no need to be so formal. All that politeness makes me feel awkward. Shh, Granny's a stickler for service. I have to keep things formal when she's in earshot. Oh, I see. Rightio. Now then, if you 2 gentlemen are ready, I shall escort you to your room. Right this way, please. Thank you. This room's got the best view in the whole hotel. Lucky for you that it was available. Did you hear that, Professor? What a stroke of luck. Yeah, for come to think of it, I suppose it's not really lucky at all. We haven't had a single guest since we moved the hotel to this new location, you see. So the Hotel Duke used to be located somewhere else? It's a bit of a touchy subject, so I'd rather not go into it. I hope you understand. Hey, I was really impressed with the way you solved the puzzle that Granny threw at you, you know? Well, I do like a good puzzle. Me too. How about this? Solve this puzzle for me and I'll tell you how to get to the station. Find the station. A woman is looking for the station, but it doesn't seem to appear on her map. The map does have one clue written on the back, however. To get from the flower shop to the station, follow the path that students take from school to the library. To get from the flower shop to the station, follow the path that students take from school to the library. Well, if I was a student, right, I would just do this. To get from the flower shop to the station, follow the path that students take from school to the library. But how would that be the same path? What? Okay, I've looked it up. It's supposed to be this, but it doesn't make any sense to me because the path is like this. So you're not going to follow the same path. Oh, maybe because it's... Oh, what they mean is this, so you can also... Okay. Fair enough. I guess that we had to look a little different.
Phew, that's a relief.
Good navigation. If you take the route that the students take to the library and just start at the flower shop, you end up with the map above. There are a couple of other routes you could take, but they all end up at the same destination. Nicely done. Oh, I nearly forgot you were trying to get to the station. It's not too far, just keep going east until once you leave the hotel. You'll come out onto Flatstone Street. Head north and the station will be on your right. Thanks, Becky. I think we'll be able to find it now. Hey, wait, one more thing. What's that? It's a bit of a detour, but you should drop by the arcade on your way to the station. There's a restaurant there that's just scrumptious. It's not a patch on the Thu-Fri survey, of course, but it's not half bad, you know. The arcade? You mean that place where the little boy is standing, blocking the entrance? Little boy? Oh, you must be talking about Max. I've got him wrapped around my little finger. Just let him know that Becky sent you and he'll let you straight through. Haha, good to know. Well, we might as well go through the arcade and see a bit more of the area. I mean, sure, it's not like we have a puzzle to solve or anything. One that's actually interesting. Look at this box of matches, Professor. It has the hotel's name on it. Tell me, Luke, are you in the mood for a simply sublime matchbox puzzle? Absolutely. We're always in the mood for one of those. Not this one, though. Two people, A and B, are discussing the numbers of matchboxes on a table. A is describing the matchboxes as seen from above. B is describing them as seen from the side, but we don't know which side, front, back, left or right. What is the maximum possible number of matchboxes? Oh, fuck me, man. Well, it's a whole darn lot, I will tell you that. I mean, just from the top of my head, not looking it up at all, we're going to say 21 for drama.
I knew it.
Boxing clever, 21 matchboxes. The above layout allows you to have the maximum possible number of matchboxes. You got it, my boy. I must say I'm rather impressed. Yeah, I am too. Like, with how you solved that, like, it's just magnifique. Really. Young man, do you have a moment? Are you talking to me? I'm indeed, Luke, was it? That's right. What can I do for you? Oh, it's nothing terribly important. It's just been a while since we had a youngster like yourself here. That's why I thought I'd welcome you with a gift. A gift for me? That's right. These are all the rage with the local children, I hear. Oh, it's one of those toy cars. Do you have one too, Becky? Me? Ha! No way, I'm not into kiddie toys like that. Oh. Not that there's anything wrong with having an interest in toys, of course. I mean, that car's perfect for a boy your age. You have fun with it now? Yeah, I'll try. Don't look so glum, Luke. Collecting miniature cars is a perfectly respectable hobby for a gentleman. Yeah, that's right, Professor. See, I told you. The toy car minigame has been added to the trunk. You received the latest and greatest in toy cars from the hotel manager, Margaret. The toy car minigame has been added to the trunk. Use your wits to steer your car through a number of twisty, obstacle-ridden courses. What? I don't remember this one. Pick up all the items on the course and guide your car to the goal by placing tiles in the correct spots. The number and types of tiles available for you to use will be different for each course. Place the tile by sliding it from the inventory on the right-hand side of the screen to the desired location. You can put one tile on each square of the course. You can only place tiles on standard terrain such as grass or sand. The tiles can't be placed on squares that contain bridges, switches, trees, rocks or water. When the car passes over a jump tile, it will leap over the next square no matter what it contains. When the car passes over an arrow tile, it will turn and move in the direction of the arrow. Once the car has passed over a tile, the tile will vanish from the course. Touch your car to change the direction in which it will start moving. Your car can only cross a bridge if there are no gaps in it. Raise and lower bridges by guiding the car over the yellow switches on the course. Touch clear to return all the tiles. Okay, when all your tiles are in place, touch go. Okay, just remember that reaching the goal alone isn't enough. If you don't pick up every item on the course along the way, you won't clear the course. If your car hits any obstacles along the way or drives off the course, you'll have to start again. There are a total of 10 courses which you can collect as you play through the game. To collect every course, make sure you solve every puzzle you come across. Here's something special. Yes, we know. Let's just check it out. We could say... go down. No, we can't say that. We can say this. No, because then we can't get out. Are we already stumped? I'm just trying to think. I mean, we could do that. But we can't go down again. Because we only have one down. But we can't place you on there. No. Or... oh, no, wait. Come on. Because if we go... we can, of course, make him turn a lot more. There we go. Right? Look at him go. Riding over. You, congratulations, you have completed the afternoon walk. I suddenly came upon a bird in front of... okay, but a tree... past the tree, I suddenly came... just draw... so I decided to take them with me. A yellow thing. We don't have a yellow thing. Oh, we do have a yellow thing. Me delicious looking purple thing. I bumped into a person. Couldn't help but notice that there was a tasty looking yellow thing on the kitchen table. We did it from the table as a reward. Okay, so we need one more tree. Seems so. One more tree and one more yellow object. Oh, wait, and I wanna read this. It seems that the train is the only way to get to Green Hospital. At the invitation of a resourceful young lady named Becky, we have taken a room in the hotel on Southern Street as our base of operations. Flatstone Street Station is just a short walk from there, so we can easily take the train to the hospital. Hi there, you're Max, aren't you? Ding ding ding! Correct. But how do you know my name? Becky told us. Bzzzt. Invalid answer. So Bossy Becky sent you. You must be staying at the hotel then. Ding! Yes we are. Hey, is the arcade through that archway? And does it lead to the station? Ding ding ding! Correct. That's the arcade alright, and you can get to the station from there. Walk all the way through the arcade and you'll come out onto a big road called Flatstone Street. Then just head up Flatstone Street and at the north end you'll find a station. Okay, thank you. Ooh, more shady people here. They're not going to be happy that I'm here. Oi, what are you looking at, pin size? Oh, hello sir. Did we just meet in front of the hotel? What hotel? Not that it is any of your business, but I've been posted here all day. Post Road have my guts for guard as if I even thought about sneaking off. Yikes. Well, it looks like I got you mixed up with someone else. Have a good day, sir. Hold your horses, shorty. You're the one who wanted to talk, so you ain't running out on me now. Standing around all day ain't that thrilling. Watching you squirm with this puzzle might help pass the time. I'm sure it will. Daydreaming too. Oh no, stop it. This is going to be our arch nemesis. If 7 days after 70 days ago was Sunday, which day is it 7 days before 70? Why are you doing this to me? If 7 days after 7... Okay, so it's just a full week, right? Yeah, it's just 7 days. It's just 1 week. 7 days after 7 ago was Sunday. Which day is it 7 days before 70? It's just going to be fucking Sunday, isn't it? It can't be anything else because it's the... you can do it by 7. Yeah, thank you.
That's a relief.
Yeah, for me too. That's right, Sunday. 1 week is 7 days. If you ask what day was it X days ago, or what day will it be X days from today, and X is divisible by 7, then you know that it will be the same day as today. Yeah. That was what I was trying to say. What, you solved it already? Great. How am I supposed to stop myself nodding off on the job now? I don't know, it's not my problem, is it? Hello? Are they hungry or something? We're going to a lot of hotels and bars. Sorry fellas, we're not open yet. Didn't you see the sign out the front? It should have said as much. The sign seemed to indicate that you were open. It's no trouble though, that Max is a lost cause. I've lost count of the times I've told that boy to check the sign on his way out. Sorry for the inconvenience. Would you like to take a seat and wait? We'll be ready before too long. I'm afraid we'll have to come back later. We're in a bit of a rush at the moment, you see. Just as well, really. I've got a mess on my hands that needs my attention right now. What seems to be the problem? I can't open the back door. The missus set a new code for the lock when she went out. She left me a note explaining the new code, but I haven't got a clue what it means. That is quite a predicament. And of course will help. It seems you need to enter a number to open the door. The only clue you have is a hastily written note from a woman known for her poor handwriting. Can you work out the number you need? Maybe. If you look up there, does it say anything? I would say that this is a 3, right? And then maybe this was supposed to be an 11? And this an 8? Maybe? I mean, it doesn't really make all that much sense to me. Or... this also kind of looked like a minus. And this like an is as or like what it should be. And then this could look like this. And this. Maybe it's a bit far-fetched. but that the answer would be 8. But we would have a code with one number, you know? So it's probably not that. Oh, it is! That's an easy code. You could get it in 9 and 10 tries. Exactly right, the number you need is 8. Yeah, okay. Cheers, fellas. Thanks to you, I can finally start cooking. Come back for dinner. It's on the house. A picture book thing. So then we almost have you complete. Here we go. And we want to place the banana. Then we need only a tree over here. Okay. Ooh, I see a banana. Well, first want my coins. Hey, you two saw that never-do-well skulking around, didn't you? Yes, we did. Why do you ask? I thought I should give you a word of advice. That whole gang is bad news. They call themselves the family, and they monitor everything people get up to around these parts. Who are you talking about exactly? I'm sure you've seen them all dressed the same, in their long grey coats and matching hats. Oh, and don't even try to be a hero. Bravery will only get you in the worst kind of trouble. But why don't the police do something about them? Police? Now there's a word I haven't heard in a while. I haven't seen police on these streets for years. It's this family who makes the law nowadays. How terrible. You're telling me Oops, here comes one of their boys now. Try not to stare. Would you mind if I had a look at that paper you're holding, sir? Go for it. Knock yourself out. No, that can't be. What is it? Professor, look at the date on this paper. Keep your hair on, fellas. It's just a new newspaper. Right, I've got to go. Places to be and all that. Can I have my paper back? Oh yes, of course. Thank you. I didn't misread the date on that paper, did I, Professor? I don't think so, Luke. It was dated 10 years in the future. It's as if we've travelled through time. So maybe the reason why nothing looks familiar is that we're in the London of the future. It would appear so. Whoever wrote us that last letter assured us that we'd find proof of our time travel at Green Hospital. Let's make our way over there without further delay. Mystery. The strange and familiar streets belong to a future London from 10 years after Professor Layton and Luke's time. I think that's jumping to conclusions still. Banana? Some jailbird dropped a banana skin here. How disgusting. Oh, what dreadfully uncouth behavior. Be a gentleman and pick it up, would you, Luke? No worries, Professor. Oh, and while you're doing that, here's a puzzle to make the chore more fun. I mean, I don't think... Okay. Ooh, make your way from the start to the goal, but be wary of banana skins. Whenever you step on one, you'll slide without stopping until you hit a wall. Can you find a solid route through these slippery streets? Touch a red arrow to move in the direction. Well, the first thing we can go is there. Okay, so where should we end up? About here-ish. Is that true? Yeah, it's true. And you don't stop until you hit a wall. Okay. So if we go down, slide, then slide, slide, slide. Slide, or walk over here. Slide, slide, slide. I don't think that would do us any good. Because then we go again up and we can go here, but then we slide, slide, slide. Oh no, it will. Yeah, yeah. We go here. Then we slide over here. Over there. There we go. It is. This is just trial and error.
That's a relief.
Peel facto, most people have seen banana skins used in cartoons for slippery comedic effect. If you've ever actually stepped on a banana skin though, you'll know it's no joke. Little wonder Professor Layton considers it littering to be the height of ungentlemanly behavior. There, all cleaned up. That's one less banana skin littering the streets of London. Well done. Your thoughtfulness may have just saved someone from having a nasty slip. Well, good job, Lukey boy. This must be the big road that Max was talking about. Flatstone Street. Excellent. If we continue north, we should find a station on the right. Then we're almost there. Let's keep moving, Professor. Huh? Hey, is it just me or is that man on the corner shaking? We can find... Oh, that's the same one that was so afraid of us. Together with a whole lot of other people, basically. What do you want? Please don't hurt me. If you're looking for the station, it's just down the street. Please just leave me alone. Okay, well, then we'll continue on. No worries. Hey, look, there's a guard. He looks just like those family gangsters we saw before. Indeed, it's remarkable just how anonymous they seem to be. The station. Say, Professor, isn't that the sign for the train station? Indeed it is. It took longer than expected, but we finally arrived at the station. But we needed to solve some puzzles first. A selection of shady characters, all dressed identically in grey, seem to lurk on every street corner in the future London. What are they up to? I guess it's safe to say that they're sort of the mafia around here. Doesn't feel like that, do you guys? Go down there. We need to buy tickets before boarding. Will you take care of that, Luke? Of course, Professor. Of course. It's going to be a long episode today. It looks like I have to select a destination. Press the button for Auckland Layton Station. Yes, we would like to travel there. Okay, cool. They were like, we haven't made you travel with this yet, so let's just do that now. Well, that was easy enough. Look, Professor, we're just a few steps away from the hospital. Wonderful. In we go. Yeah, but before we do that... Coins! It's always in the lights, right? Bushes. Yeah. Ooh, what's... Puzzle! Oh, is this a hidden puzzle? Hoo-hee! I'm trying to shoot the birds away from these wires. Every time I clap my hands, half of them fly away, but then one comes back. The pattern keeps repeating itself. Even if I stood here clapping my hands all day, the number of birds would always end up right back where it started. How many birds were there on the wires originally? I would say you only need 2, right? You don't need more than that.
This one's as good as solved.
Because they're always going to come back.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
True. Tweet tweet, 2 birds is correct. Half of 2 is 1, so 1 bird flies away and then comes right back. The number of birds always ends up being 2. In this puzzle, using half to refer to 1 bird is potentially quite misleading. Be sure to choose your words carefully, even if you're explaining something simple. Done and done. Good. Into the hospital we go. Hello. Oh, hello. Good day, ma'am. Would you mind helping us with something? Why not? I've got nothing better to do today. This place is dead. We're here to visit someone in your care. Could you point us towards room 312? Room 312, huh? Let's see. Ah, Dr. Andrew Schrader. Of course, just... Schrader? What? I'm sorry, did you just say Andrew Schrader? Keep it down, will you? You're in a hospital, you know. So are you 2 relatives of Dr. Schrader then? Actually, no. I'm a former student of his. And your little friend there? Is, well... Dr. Schrader's student's apprentice. Oh, old 312's got a bit of a fan club, has he? Alright, you can see him if you like, but I'm going to need you to complete some paperwork first. Paperwork? Hospital policy, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, it's just one question. Making the rounds. A doctor has to visit 9 hospital rooms on her rounds. The number of the rooms she needs to visit are listed below. When checking the room number, she notices that if she always proceeds to a room with at least 1 digit in common with the room she's currently in, she can visit all the rooms in one trip. Which will be the 5th room she visits on such a trip. Circle the correct room number. I mean, doesn't that change? I mean, you could hop from you to you, to you to you. So 1, 2, 3. Then I would say 4 is you. 5, 6, 7. But then you don't get there. Okay, so you start here. Then you're room number 1. But then you don't get that either, so you end up there. 1. That's the start. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Yeah, so then it's probably going to be you.
That
Right?
should do the trick.
No?
Well, if at first you don't succeed.
Too bad, look closely at the numbers. I was, strangely enough. It could also be you.
I've got
But
a good
mine
feeling
worked
about this
too.
one.
Or was I doing...
Things
I don't know.
fly like a puzzle solved.
That's right, room 63, the digits 2 and 7 are only used once, while the rest of the digits are used at least twice. So our route for the 9 rooms is as... Yeah, well, mine worked too, just saying. Thanks for that, you can visit Dr. Schrader now. His room's on the 3rd floor, just take those stairs over there. Ooh, and now we can solve you. Yay! Sure, I'll read it. Well, you can read it yourself. Like, whoa, there's a plum tree. And now I have a yellow thing that I found. Here you go. Oh, but I also have a plum. Delicious. Hey, did you miss a shoe? Are you missing a shoe? Well, no, but I'm missing my house. Well, do you miss a shoe? Yes, I miss a shoe. Well, you get a banana as a reward. And I'm so happy with my banana and my plum. It's amazing. What a good story. Okay, but we have something way more interesting going on right now, because Schrader is here. Oh, he's not. Strange, no one's in there. Perhaps the receptionist made a miss. He is here, Beardo.
Who's that? Oh, it's you, Herschel. And little Luke.
Andrew?
Why the quizzical look, Herschel? Have I got food in my beard again? Oh, don't mind that, my boy. Sit down, sit down. You know, I've been hearing some very unsavory rumors about you recently. But I don't believe a single one of them.
What sort of unsavory rumors?
What sorts, you ask? The ones about the hoogie, was it? The thingamawizard? Oh, drat. I seem to have forgotten them completely. Well, never mind all that then.
Well, I do mind all that if you don't mind. Do you care to tell more? It's been a while, hasn't it, Andrew? Indeed, Herschel. I trust you're still spending the majority of your waking hours doing research? What can I say? I learned from the best. Having an office in which to work has made life easier too. You've got your own office? Oh, what am I saying? You've had one for some time, haven't you? You deserve it. I've seen my share of scholars, but you were the brightest to ever set foot in my classroom. Naturally. Oh dear, with all this excitement I nearly forgot to take my medicine. Silly me. I've got the bottle here, but working out the correct dosage is proving rather taxing. Luke be a good boy and help me work out how much of this I need to drink? Or you ask a nurse, you know? Dr. Schrader needs to drink 1/5 of this bottle of medicine per day over a period of 5 days. Unfortunately, the dosages aren't marked on the bottle. Dr. Schrader has taken the first dose and the amount of medicine in the bottle has been reduced to the level shown in the diagram. It's now time for the second dose. So where should he drink today? Draw a line on the bottle to mark the point at which he should stop drinking. And we can only make one line? We can only make one line. Then I would say half. So this?
Here's my answer.
Yeah, or the other way around. It doesn't really matter, I think.
Phew, that's a relief.
It is a relief. That's right, you can rotate the bottle left, right, or right to get the same result. Just make sure the medicine reaches the line you drew. Looking at the diagram, you can see that the diagonal line link, the one shown, divides the rectangle into 2. Since the rectangle makes up 2/5 of the medicine, halving it gives you just the right amount. You've taught this boy well, Herschel. You've clearly passed down some of my skills. Yes, as I was saying, you always were the brightest. You always... Though there was one other pupil who came close. That boy was something of a whiz as well. I wonder what became of him. Well, I don't... Tell me. Have a look at this x-ray. Do you think it's Dr. Schrader's? I believe so, but there's something odd about it. Have a look here, Luke. Looky. Professor Layton and Luke are discussing Dr. Schrader's x-ray. Look, Professor, somebody must have left these scissors inside Dr. Schrader during his operation. Look at that shadow. Can you believe it? I wouldn't worry about those, Luke. This is what Dr. Schrader should really be concerned about. As the professor said this, he pointed at something odd on the x-ray. What did he point to? Circle it and touch submit. I mean, to be fair, I would be worried about all of this in my stomach, but... Maybe this, because otherwise you can say that everything is a little bit odd. You know? Because you're not supposed to have any of this inside. But if you know how those things work... Yeah.
Just as I suspected.
Because I don't think something was supposed to show up there. Good eye, there's a mysterious white shadow in the bottom of Dr. Schrader's stomach. Perhaps he swallowed a coin or something by mistake. When X-rays aren't able to pass through something solid, the object will appear as a white shadow. Dark shadows like the scissors are probably just a result of a practical joke. Someone must have superimposed the images onto the X-ray after it was taken. But why? That's not funny at all. We would try to play a prank like that on poor Dr. Schrader. Now look, let's not jump to any conclusions. Andrew is quite a prankster himself. It's entirely possible that he placed this fake X-ray here to shock his visitors. If that's the case, then it certainly works on me. I was really worried for a moment there. Okay, we are only going to do one more little puzzle event, and then we'll... What are we going to do then? I suppose...
Well, Andrew, it's been wonderful seeing you, but it's growing late. We ought to be on our way.
Ah, busy as always, I see. Do drop by again when you have the time, won't you? Oh, but before you go, I have something of yours I should return. I've been looking after her for some time now, you see.
After who? The keys to what?
I won't be needing her anymore, so you can take her away. The old dear's parked around back.
Are you talking about the car? I see, thank you. It was a pleasant surprise to see you today, Herschel. I know you're in a bit of a hurry, but you should go out to the back of the building with those keys. Okay. Oh my gosh! It's the Layton mobile. What the fake? I would believe it at this point too that we've traveled in time, you know? Seeing this. Why, it appears to be my beloved Layton mobile. That's what I thought too. I've never seen anyone else with such a funny shaped car after all. Funny shaped? I'll have you know that this is a classic, my dear boy. Judging by all the dust and dirt on it, it must be. Look, it doesn't look like anyone's been taking care of your car while it's been parked out here, Professor. Indeed. It does appear to have been exposed to the elements for quite some time. Why don't we see if it still works? We won't need to rely on the train anymore if it does. That's an excellent suggestion, Luke. What's the matter, Professor? Someone's installed a peculiar lock on the door. Who could have done such a thing? Well, I mean, someone gave you the hidden number. You've been given 2 keys to the Layton mobile, but there's no keyhole in which to insert them. Instead, the door can be opened by entering a certain number. This number is hidden somewhere in the keys. What is it? I would like to move it around. 47. 47. That's what I see, if I'm correct, not utterly mistaken. Yes, it is! Woo!
Well, that's settled.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's right, the hidden number is 47. You can see this number when you put the ends of the keys together. There we are, it's finally open. Alright, start her up, Professor. Of course it's not going to work.
What's this? The engine won't start.
Well, it has been 10 years since we last saw the Layton mobile, Professor. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a broken part or two.
Or 3.
Oh, look, Professor! There's something on the passenger seat.
Professor, I hope that by this point you're convinced that this is the London of the future. Now that we are on the same page, I'd like to explain to you the secret that's plaguing London. However, I think it would be best to discuss this issue in person. Meet me at the Gilded 7 Casino on Flatstone Street. I'll be waiting for you there.
Well, what do you say, Luke? Are you ready to meet your future self?
Honestly, I don't know. This whole situation is making me feel very strange.
That's quite understandable.
Yeah, we would like to save for progress. Long chapter. Not complaining though. Chapter 2, A Boy Named Luke. Are you getting used to moving around and investigating the city of London? Well, here's some advice to keep your investigation running smoothly. Some puzzles will disappear from their original locations as the story progresses, but there's no need to worry. Most of your unsolved puzzles are sent off to a certain spot for you to solve at your leisure. Visit here there often to track down puzzles you missed and to try to complete every puzzle in the game. Also remember that some puzzles do not disappear from their original locations. These puzzles can be solved at any time by returning to the place where you first found them. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. We are going to continue tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.